mother truckers. This is my name is Edward Black. And welcome to my editions of Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 1 and Night 2, right here in the PW of the Zone. Now, I'm not gonna get into all the other matches that are gonna be happening at Wrestle Kingdom, like the King Pro Wrestling nonsense. That I'm not even gonna talk about that. I gave that concept a chance for like a second, and I gave up on it. I do want to say congratulations to Stardom for having two matches that are gonna be happening in Tokyo Dome before Night 2. You have Cream Crush versus Don Del Mundo in a 6 women tag. You also have the top dogs, top 2 stars in Stardom, Miami Tommy and Julia, to participate in the Tokyo Dome match again. They took part of last year's match for Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, and it only makes sense to have those two women be part of those matches again, because those are the two biggest names in Stardom at the moment. Especially Julia. This chick is pretty freaking Roman Reigns over here. But without further ado, let's get into my predictions of Wrestle Kingdom. Start off the night 1. You have El Phantasmo, the winner of the Super J Cup back-to-back, taking on the best of Super Juniors of 2020, Hiromu Takahashi, and the winner will face Taiji Itamori for the Junior Heavyweight Championship in Night 2. And we all know who's gonna win this match. It's obvious. Just like it was obvious that El Phantasmo was gonna win the Super J Cup back-to-back, because of all the people that were in the field. Don't even wrestle in Japan regularly. Don't even wrestle in Japan regularly. Like, I mean, Ace could have won that. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with seeing him versus Hiromu. I wouldn't have a problem with seeing Leo Wood versus Hiromu. So I can see Leo Wood get his ass kicked by Hiromu. I mean, because fuck that guy, fucking prick. It's not about Leo Fluss. It's about Hiromu and ELP. As much as I want to see a great match between these two, it's gonna be a great match, because these are junior heavyweight division. I mean, these guys have great matches all the time. Well, most of the time. I get that in a little bit. But El Phantasmo, he gotta lose this match, but I hope he comes out and just, go out, show out, and just prove that, hey, I'm back, and I gotta be back. I'm gonna be here for a while, and I gotta be going for that junior heavyweight championship one way or another. And that's how it's go out. That's how Hiromu beat El Phantasmo, but make El Phantasmo look good in the match. That's how it should be. But I am going with Hiromu, and it only makes sense to have Hiromu win, because they want to have the junior heavyweight championship match be the semi-main event before the world championship match at Night 2. They wouldn't do that if they knew ahead of time that Hiromu was gonna win this match. But just me. But let's get to the next match. You have the Dangerous Tekkers, Taiji and Zack Sabre Jr. going against the World Tag League winners of 2020, God, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. Now, having God win the World Tag League makes perfect sense, because these guys have been in New Japan for a while and didn't want to win the World Tag League at all. I mean, they became 5-time tag team champions. They were double champions with World Tag Team Championships. So these guys have been doing their thing. And as much as I hate the new look from fucking Tama Tonga, like, for real, like, you look like freaking Rick Fox and a bird that we had a baby, and that's not a compliment. But having Tama Tonga lose all his hair was definitely a 2020 moment, and the only thing that will make me happy to make up for that horrible makeup is to have the God win the tag team titles, and have them win their first match in the Tokyo Dome, because at all the time they won the tag team gold, all the things they accomplished, they had not won a match in the Tokyo Dome. And it only made sense to have these two go out there and just say, hey, we're back, get back our titles, give me my thrones back. That's pretty much what I want to see. And as much as I've been enjoying Danger Tucker's bringing the Dastardly Hills and damn near decapitating Ta-Nehisi's knees, I think it's time for God to take the titles back. And I don't want to mind having these two have a series of matches for the titles, but I think God will take the gold back. Next match I want to talk about, speaking of Bullet Club, is Kenta, the winner of the New Japan US Cup and holding the briefcase for the right to challenge for the United States Championship. If it ever fucking shows up, Jon Moxley. Now he was supposed to face Juice Robinson for that briefcase, but due to injury, it's not gonna happen. Or due to stupidity, I don't know. Take a pick. But instead of Juice Robinson, Kenta gonna be going against Kojima. Yeah, the crowd goes mild. I mean, no offense to Kojima. I mean, this guy is a good wrestler. He's the first ever MLW Major League Wrestling World Champion. He's the leader of the Bread Club. He's a big fan of bread. But this guy versus Kenta is a no for me. I mean, this is hands down my lock pick for this night one, because this guy Kojima, I give him the respect in the world to having going out there having pretty good matches, just like guys like Suzuki, guys like Nagata. This guy is not be going up against Kenta, a guy that you're trying to build up as your new a potential new U.S. champion, because Jon Moxley gonna be dropping that title one way or another. Cause this guy's not gonna be in Japan that much anyway, because he got obligations at AEW. He got a baby on the way, so him being going back and forth from Japan to the U.S. is not gonna work, especially with the travel ban that might that's still travel restrictions are still going on. So hopefully Jon Moxley does show up and drop the title to Kenta, because Kenta is like, hey, I've been defending my breakers more than you defending your championship, and it's true. Kenta defended the championship like 4 or 5 times, and Jon Moxley will defend the championship twice against Robinson and Suzuki. Kenta defended the briefcase more times than Moxley, and Moxley is you held the U.S. championship for over a year, so you haven't done shit due to the travel restrictions and New Japan taking a break because all that's what's going on. So yeah, I think it'd be a great idea to have Moxley go out to the briefcase, and instead of Kenta going after the U.S. championship. That'd be great. But yeah, Kenta wins this match hands down on lock pick of night one. Now the next match would be Hiroshi Tanahashi going up against the Great Khan, or as I like to call him, the Great Gato. Not the Gato the Booker, because he ain't great in booking most of the time. Cause this guy looked like Gato. He looked like he had 3 Gatos in one day. For real, this guy looks like exactly like Gato. Black tights, black wristband. Looks exactly like Gato. You don't see that, then look at the side-by-side picture of Gato and Great Khan. They look exactly alike, almost exactly alike. But as far as this match, I don't take the Great Khan seriously when this guy is passing out to one of the worst submission moves in history right now, the money clip. This guy was supposed to be built as a monster. This guy came back from an excursion after going and wrestling at Rep Pro, teaming up with Rampage Brown, who is now in the NXT UK, winning the tag team titles over there. And like a couple matches in, this guy is over here passing out to the money clip. The fuck? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Great Khan losing to Okada, I don't mind that. Great Khan losing to Okada via money clip. Fucking hate it. I hate it. They're supposed to build this guy up as a monster, but you book him like a bitch. But as far as this match, part of me want to see Tanahashi win, but I think Great Khan going to win this match. They trying to build him up as the big next big thing, the next monster in New Japan. So it only makes sense to have him win and have that get that momentum up as he's the new building up as the new monster heel. He's alongside Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb with the Empire. So why not have him get the victory and pretty much have won the Sox in 2021, having Great Khan beat Tanahashi. But speaking of Sox, you have the leader of the Empire, Will Ospreay, going against Kazuchika Okada, hopefully the Rainmaker. Because last time we saw Okada, this guy was getting punked out like a bitch. Punk ass bitch Okada. I don't want to see that in Tokyo Dome. I want to see the Rainmaker. The Rain fucking Maker go up against Will Ospreay. That's the guy that's Okada got beat that had to face Will Ospreay. That had a chance of being Will Ospreay. Bitch ass punk ass bitch Okada, no chance of hell. Money clip, no. Rainmaker, yeah. Have Okada bring back the Rainmaker and just beat the living shit out of Will Ospreay. Cause this guy over here trying to be like Kenny Omega with his promos and his antics. Dude, you're not Kenny Omega. You're not the best bout machine. Yeah, you are a bout machine, but you're not the best bout machine. Alright? Stop trying to be like Kenny Omega. Just stop it. Just be your own fucking character. You're the Connorworth Kingpin now. You're not the aerial assassin. You're not even the assassin. You're the Connorworth Kingpin. Whatever the fuck. You're the Kingpin for some fucking reason. Because you don't look like a king. You look like a douche. Just me. But Okada got to win this match. I don't see Ospreay being Okada unless he has help from the Empire. Priestley, Cobb, O'Con. If he doesn't have those guys on ringside, then I don't see Ospreay win this match. So my pick is Okada. Now this main event of night one, you have Tetsuya Naito taking on the winner of the G1, the back-to-back winner of the G1, Kota Ibushi. Now, and you probably would think to yourself, wait, did this guy lose the briefcase to Jay White? Yes, he did. But Naito was like, hey, let me be the good champion I am, a fight champion I am, and have the time match, my first time match before I faced Jay White in the Tokyo Dome against Kota Ibushi. And like, okay, so what was the point of having Kota Ibushi win with the G1 back to back? It was just like give it to freaking Jay White. It was just give the briefcase to Jay White. That's my biggest takeaway here. I know a lot of people think the same thing. There was no need to have Kota Ibushi win the G1 back to back. It was just gonna lose the briefcase to Jay White. Just me. But as far as who I want to see win this match, as much as I want to see Kota Ibushi have that moment, I just think it's gonna be another disappointing showing from Okada when it comes to Ibushi when it comes to not getting the job done. We know he can have great matches. We know this. But as far as him winning the big one, it's a huge problem for him. This is a guy that won the IC Championship in Madison Square Garden just to lose it to Naito, almost break his fucking neck. Then he won the G1 last year. He got beat by Okada in night one. He won the G1 again, having he lost the freaking briefcase to Jay White. This guy is not having the best luck when it comes to winning the big one. So please, for the love of God, let Kota Ibushi win the championship, the championships, the World Heavy Championship, the IC Championship, and have him go on and beat Jay White in Tokyo Dome. Because if we don't see that, I'm not gonna hear the end of it from H.R. Brown or Billy Ray Valentine. So please, have Kota Ibushi, give Kota Ibushi that moment. Have him win both gold and have him be God. Because sooner or later, if he becomes God, he might need to step in front of the devil. I think you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's my business on night 1. Let's get to night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom 15. So kicking off night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom 15 is the junior heavyweight tag team match between El Desperado and Kerry Mario versus Taguchi and Master fucking Waddle. So for some reason, this motherfucker found a way to get a match, have a match in the Tokyo Dome. This motherfucker, a guy that looks like a gimmick that was used in the WWF, a guy who has the potential of being a good wrestler, but has a city gimmick. This guy walking around like fucking Master Smurf. You mean to tell me this is the future? This is the guy that gonna lead the way of the junior heavyweight division? No, this guy sucks. I know there's people out there that like Master Waddle, but come on now, this gimmick is not gonna go over. There's a lot of people out there that say that this guy has potential. The guy got to get in the ring, but the gimmick sucks. It's like it's like Retribution. Retribution, the gimmick sucks ass. But the people that are in the group, they're good wrestlers. Me and Yam, Dominic Dijak, Mustafa Ali, Shane Thorne, even Dio Madden. I mean, he's not the greatest wrestler, but he is pretty decent in the ring. They don't talk about how good a wrestler they are. They talk about how bad the gimmick is. That's what I mean when it comes to Master Waddle. Yeah, you pinned El Desperado, one half of the junior heavyweight tag team champions, and that's why he had this opportunity. But are you gonna win? Do you think do you deserve a shot at any kind of championship now? No, you don't. Just like I said before on Destino with Jargo, this guy would end up being teaming up with Taguchi in 2 months, 2 months in of his excursion, of his return to New Japan. And what happened? He teamed up with fucking Taguchi. He would team up with Taguchi when they did the vacated tournament to crown the new junior heavyweight tag team champions, was eventually won by Kerry Mario and Despy. Now he had another side at the junior heavyweight tag team titles in the Tokyo Dome. You all know who I'm picking. I'm picking El Desperado and Kerry Mario to retain these titles against Taguchi and Master fucking Smurf. Sorry about that. I had a minor meltdown, but I'm good. But next match of night 2 is gonna be Shingo Takagi taking on Jeff Cobb for the Never Operate Championship. Now, Jeff Cobb was rumored to be going to either AEW or WWE, but he decided to go to New Japan and join alongside Great Khan, Will Ospreay, and join the Empire. And the last days of the World Tag League and the Best Juniors, he thought it'd be a great idea to attack Shingo Takagi and challenge for the Never Operate Championship. And Shingo, he been killing it as a Never Operate champion. He won it back from Suzuki from I think it was at Summer Struggle. I may be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. But Shingo has been killing it. He been holding that Never Operate Championship with pride, as Jargo would say, the bad motherfucking championship. And that's exactly what Shingo has been. He's been a bad motherfucker, and he proved it every defense he had, every Never Operate Championship defense. So this match against Jeff Cobb and Shingo, it's gonna be one hell of a match. It'll be a hard hitting, smash mouth in your fucking face match. And as much as I want to see Shingo win this match, I think they're gonna put it on Jeff Cobb. And as you know, Jeff Cobb is a former Never Operate champion by he defeated Will Ospreay for that belt while he was the Winning World Television Champion. Uh, he beat him at G1 Supercard in Madison Square Garden. So he was champion by defeating his fellow stablemate. But this is gonna be a great match. I think this is gonna be one out of 3 or 4 matches. It's gonna be matches of the year candidate early on in 2021. Single Jeff Cobb. I'm picking with going with Jeff Cobb. As for the next match, Sonata versus Evil. And the Mega Power explode here. These two have been multiple tag team champions. They won the World Tag League, and they were the best. They were a pretty good tag team, a great tag team. But Evil had to fuck around and turn on LIJ and join the Bullet Club, and this is Sonata is now doing something about it. You are a few months too late, my man. You can attack Evil as soon as he turned on Naito. As soon as he turned on LIJ. But no, Hiromu did it because he's a fucking man. You are nothing but a fucking. People want to say that Sonata is the next ace. He's a future ace. But the reason why you have guys like Okada, Tanahashi, Ibushi, all these guys that aren't in the top spot, whether that be in the heavy division, the junior heavy division, in the tag team division. The reason why they're on top for so long, because they have personality. Sonata doesn't have that personality. I don't see it. He's just a guy that just, I'm Sonata, I'm cool. Ladies love me, like, dude. So it's a personality. Just stop going out. You going out there look like a stone faced Captain Crunch. It's not gonna give you win any championships. I mean, hopefully you go out and get some personality, because you don't have it right now. And yeah, I want you to win this match against Evil, but show some more personality. You got the people that are behind you. You need to show some personality. You need to go out there. Continue to have great matches, but let's show some personality. Use your freaking brain for once. But yeah, I'm picking you to win. Picking you to win this match against Evil. He gives a guy watch out for the Bullet Club, and more specifically, Dick Togo, because he might try to top your PP. Anywho, next match of the card, you have the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship and the IC Championship. But before we get to that match, we got to go to the semi-main event, which is Hiromu Takahashi, my pick, versus Taiji Shimori. Either gonna be Hiromu or ELP, but I'm picking Hiromu. Let's just say Hiromu versus Taiji Shimori for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. As much as I want to see, Hiromu retain the title. I think it's time for him to have that title back. These two have had pretty damn good rivalry ever since Ishimori came in as a bone soldier. I've been enjoying every match they had. Having Hiromu versus Ishimori in the semi-main event makes sense. And this is gonna be a really good match. This is gonna be one of my matches of the night, but potentially matches of the year. And I gotta go for the time bomb. I gotta go with Hiromu Takahashi. You can't go wrong with Takahashi winning that belt. And who knows? We might see these two go face off again for the Junior Heavyweight Championship down the road. Because let's face it, it's not that many Junior Heavyweight in the division right now that are worthy of challenging for that the Junior Heavyweight Championship at the moment. I'm just being honest. But let's go to the main event of the show, night 2. Either Tetsuya Naito or Kota Ibushi will be taking on the briefcase holder, Switchblade Jay Wright. Now, I'm picking Kota Ibushi, so let's just say it's Kota Ibushi versus Jay Wright for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and IG Championship. Now, like I said before, in the night one positions, I want to see Kota Ibushi walk in Tokyo Dome as world champion and walk out as world champion. And what I'm hearing, Jay White gonna have some Bullet Club Stews to be the referee of the match, so all the cards will be in his favor to win the both belts. And we've seen time and time again, we see Jay White pretty much stealing the both belts, showing off and just pulling some of the belts. And it's like, dude, you're not gonna win the belts. This is WWE level of stupidity. Because every time Money in the Bank comes around, and the person grabs the briefcase, like before at last SmackDown of Money in the Bank, they eventually don't win the Money in the Bank briefcase that later on that week. So this is coming. This is WWE territory right now. As much as I've been liking Jay White ever since the restart, I don't think he can win these belts. I don't. You have to give the money to Kota Ibushi, so we don't need to hear from the PBS, so H.R. Brown and Billy Ray Valentine, because I want to see Kota Ibushi have this moment, and I want to see Kota Ibushi become God, so we can stand face to face with the devil, King Omega. That's my prediction. That's one of Jargo's football predictions. He's been predicting that for years, and let's see it come true come Monday, Tuesday, or potentially Wednesday in New Year's Dash. But hey, that's my thoughts. That's my predictions of Wrestle Kingdom 15, both night 1 and night 2. Make sure to give me your thoughts on what you're excited about for Wrestle Kingdom down below in the comments. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, tap the bell on the YouTube button to miss any of my videos. And I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Hope you guys were partying safely and responsibly. And yeah, make sure you watch the Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, Monday, January 4th, Tuesday, January 5th. Catch New Year's Day on Wednesday, January 6th. And be on the lookout for the Dino, a New Japan Pro Wrestling podcast, where I, H.R. Black, will be reviewing Wrestle Kingdom Night 1 and 2 with my man, Michael Jargo. And until that time, I'm Michael Davis, H.R. Black. I'm out.